Hey Simmers, The Sims 4 just updated on the 1st of July 2025. Let's take a look at what they've given us. So first of all, you may have seen the new newsletter that gave us a link to an interesting website, which I will share now. I like this website here. So it says The Sims 4 Scratch to reveal the new free update. All right, so let's give it a scratch. It goes from a grainy image to a more clear one, and at first there's no change, but as soon as you start scratching off the house itself, you can see we've got a new roof and plants on the roof with a skylight, glass walls, new doors, new glass wall swatches. And this is really neat and very interesting. It's very tactile, and yeah, I love stuff like this. So it says, add rooftop plants and a glass wall to enjoy the view. And then you click on this button that says learn more, and you're taken to the official EA Sims 4 blog post. Now, there is a lot to get through in this blog post, so let's get into it. We're going to look at the update items first, and then we'll get into the bug fixes. The update happened on the 1st of July 2025. The new version number for PC is 1.116.202.1030. For Mac, the version number that you're wanting to look at is 1.116.202.1230, and for console, it's version 2.14. The version number will be on the lower left corner of the game when you load it up. It's a good thing to check the version numbers to make sure that you're on the newest one. If you're not on the newest one, then that means you need to go in and manually update the game. If you are on PC or Mac and you have custom content or mods, make sure that your mods are updated before you update the game then, because there have been a load of people saying that this update has broken their custom content. So just be warned with that. Going to the Sims 4 blog, it says, So Simmers, how's it growing? Today's update prepares for the July 10th launch of the upcoming expansion pack, Enchanted by Nature, and includes several new features that will raise the roof. And finally, we round out our notes with bug fixes and improvements to help with your sim playing experience. They've given us quite a few screen grabs. Thanks to simscommunity.info, we have even more screen grabs as well for you all. There are new base game updates, Sim inventory improvements. This image here shows a Sims inventory. The blog says, do your Sims have a lot of stuff in their inventory? We've made life a little easier with some usability improvements. We have been asking for the Sims inventory to be improved for ages. So they say that there's new ways to sort. You can now sort your Sims inventory by new, which is the default option in the drop-down menu. Newly obtained items will appear at the top with a special badge. Additional sort options include price, filter, crafted, quality, and rarity. This also applies to object inventories such as fridges, bookcases, and other storage objects. Fantastic. Awesome. Love it. Spoiled foods will have a red background to indicate that they've gone bad. We no longer have to hover over food in our Sims inventory to figure out if it's spoiled or not. And they are grouped into a spoiled stack, as you can see here, with a trash icon. Once items spoil, they move from their original stack to the spoiled stack. And players can open the spoiled stack to view all items within it. So then we've got a notebook update. And the Sims team says, dive into the refreshed notebook where organization meets creativity. The latest update brings a suite of enhancements that make managing your Sims notes and discoveries a breeze. Whether you're jotting down notes for your sim or exploring unique categories, the notebook is now more intuitive and engaging than ever before. There's a new layout, as you can see here, so it's a nice big spacious layout and everything has got its own label. You've got your sim image here, and you can actually type in some notes into the notebook. There's category page enhancements, so you can discover new category pages showcasing unique details. So you see here in the gardening, each plant has its own icon, and you can click on it to get more details about that plant. It says discovery badges. Keep track of new discoveries with badges on unseen items in your collection. If a new discovery is added, a badge will highlight those categories. There's a back button, as you can see here. Navigate between categories in the main menu with the new back button. Direct access buttons, access household collections and sim stats directly from the notebook. And console updates, enjoy improved scrolling with the right analog stick for console users, making navigation even better. This is seriously awesome accessibility and ease of use updates, and I am all for it. We've got the new household collections interface, and this is so cool. It is much more intuitive and just clean looking than the previous interface. The Sims say it's even easier to see all the things that your Sims have collected as a household. The Sims inventory button animates when a new collection item is found. Once opened, the diamond icon in the top right glows green to notify you. On the collection page, categories have a badge to show that they have new items. Collections have a new layout for easier viewing of categories. Progress is shown by a progress circle around each collection. A new drop-down menu will let you sort collections by completion, progress, or name. And within specific collections, you can filter by rarity, name, recent, bonus items, and missing. Collections can be accessed from both a Sims inventory and the notebook. You may remember with the greenhouse kit, it allowed you to build greenhouses. It was all windows, and Simmers, including myself, were like, wait a minute, no, a typical greenhouse is pure windows. It's like perspex or glass. And now, finally, we can have glass walls. This is seriously awesome. Add transparency to your Sims life with glass walls. In build mode, select build, then select wall patterns. Miscellaneous filter, you'll find a selection of glass walls that perfectly complement the glass roofs. Then they go on to say we can now plant plants on our rooftops. They say when to add some organic greenery to your builds, place plants on roofs. A selection of shrubs and flowers can now be placed on rooftops in build mode, if the footprint allows it. To see what kind of plants are available for your roofs, enter build mode and select roof sculptures. If you happen to be looking at outdoor plants, hovering over any plant will tell you if the plant is roof placeable or not. I haven't updated my game yet, which is why I'm showing the images from Sims Community. And the reason I haven't updated my game yet is because I'm still waiting on a couple of my mods to be updated. So I don't want my game save to break. So thank you so much, Sims Community, for posting these screenshots. The new update also gave us a bunch of cast options. We've got non-occult eye colors. So players who own Vampires Game Pack or Get to Work expansion pack, as well as other occult focused packs, you're familiar with different eye types. You can have just weird color eyes or weird eye types if you have those game packs. If you don't have those game packs and you want to buy them, which I highly recommend, Vampires, Get to Work expansion pack, Werewolves, really good packs. But if you do get those packs from the EA app, please do use my creator code MurelySims when you check out, because I get a small percentage of anything that you purchase in the EA app. And it really helps to support the channel. So if you do that, thank you so much. With this update, it will allow all non-occult Sims to have occult swatches for their eyes. So you can have like these pure black swatch or pink eyes or yellow eyes or whatever up here for you all. And they are quite weird looking, some of them, but they're also pretty cool. With the occult eye colors, we have pointy ears, which is seriously awesome. Now, we have been able to have slightly pointed ears in the past, but now not just occult Sims can have pointy ears, but all Sims can now have pointy ears, which is really, really cool. We also have a new headband. There is a new head decorations category. They've given us a new bow, which is really cool. Unfortunately, as you can see here, the bow doesn't quite work with all hair types, but it does work with a lot of them. Another thing added in the update is skin effects category. Some of the expanded skin effects shown off in the Enchanted by Nature cast trailer have made their way into the base game. This new category, skin effects, can be found under body accessories and in their own tab. Without Enchanted by Nature, so base game, you'll have access to one new skin effect that gives your Sims a shiny look. And if you purchase the Enchanted by Nature pack, obviously when that is released, we'll have more skin effects to choose from. And then we have new eyelash colors, which is awesome. We can now pick from 20 different presets for each eyelash option. We have dirty fingernails, which is awesome. So there are 2 different types of dirty fingernails. There's one that has dirt underneath the fingernails, and one which has dirt embedded all the way around the fingernail, including deep into the cuticles, which is great for storytelling. So if you have a Sim that loves to garden or to scavenge in the ground, then these dirty fingernails are fantastic. There's also body hair texture improvements. A huge complaint about the body hair that was added in The Sims 4 back in 2022, people were complaining that the body hair looked drawn on. It didn't look realistic, it looked too thick, it looked like pencil markings, to be honest. They have slightly tweaked the original base game body hair to look less drawn on. We've mentioned glass walls already, and these haven't been seen since Sims 2 Seasons. Sims community has said that they work with above ground swimming pools. I'm guessing they'd also work with underground swimming pools. So if you want to build a basement wall so that you can have a window looking into the swimming pool from your basement, you can do that now without any problems instead of using windows. A better view of all of the swatches that are in the glass walls, and they are really, really nice. There have also been some new quality of life improvements regarding gardening, so you can now choose to fertilize all and evolve all plants in addition to the normal water all and harvest all or sell all, which is fantastic. I have been wanting an evolve all option for absolute ages, and I am so happy that they've given it to us. And now you can also see the fertilizer and the water status if you hover over a plant to bring up the tooltip. I'm showing this on the Sims community website instead of over on Twitter because I don't like going over on Twitter, but Sim Mike over there has done a GIF showing that gnomes after this update now actually move on their own, which is really, really cool. This just makes gnomes feel more alive, and I'm wondering if they are going to, like, wobble around during Harvest Fest, or if they're going to continue to teleport around. I would love it if they wobbled to move. We're gonna have to wait and see. What do you think about this new update? About all the things that we've been given, all the tweaks? Let me know down in the comments below. Let's get back into the official blog post and the bug fixes, because there have been an absolute slew of bugs that have been fixed in this update. Their top fixes: indoor weather has been eradicated. This was a huge bug. It was caused by several different things. That's why it took them so long to finally get rid of the bug, because it wasn't just one small fix, it was a multitude of things causing it. so they had to go in and fix literally every instance that was causing the bug. Thankfully, they have finally done it, so thank you so much, Sims team. Another top fix was that the eyedropper tool was grumpy about some items. We put them into proper categories, so now the eyedropper is much happier. Townies will now have more diversity in their names. Awesome. In live mode, children no longer become silly stretchy Sims when picking up a violin. The top secret recipe for the Fear Begone potion has been altered to include redacted, so it properly cures a Sim's fear of the dark. Game descriptions of Business Chic Kit, Refined Living Room Kit, and Home Chef Hustle in the main menu have consistent headers. Mature plants no longer are transparent in laptop mode. Sims' eyes close better in more forms of sleeping. No more will false rumors of friendship and romance haunt your neighborhood stories updates. They shall be nothing but true. If you do the neighborhood stories and you check your neighborhood stories regularly in the game, basically it gives you little updates about things that are going on in your Sims save. It tells you like when Sims have died, when Sims have broken up, when Sims have adopted or had babies, and so on. A lot of people have noticed, a lot of Simmers have noticed that when it says, oh, so-and-so has become friends with so-and-so, or so-and-so is dating so-and-so, they would go and check. It wasn't true. So now they fixed that, and things will be updated accordingly for those actual Sims when the neighborhood stories says it happens, which is awesome. Sims can now plant in off-lot planters in Hinford-on-Bagley, Chestnut Ridge, and Moonwood Mill, which is really nice. Sometimes you'll find like little community gardens that aren't on a marked lot. Simmers have been having problems planting plants in those community gardens, so now we should be able to, which is great. When your Sim is surrounded by top-notch decor, they will now be able to enjoy related moodlets. No more getting lost in the snow. The Go Home interaction now stays in the queue even when your Sim is busy with snow activities. Interactions for locking computers, mopping puddles, and autonomously leaving lots are now more performant. Notebook highlights now appear only for the Sim with the relevant notebook content, even after switching household Sims. Selfies using the Take Photo With interaction can now include Photo Bunny, Yamachan, Bonehilda, Alice, Edith, Trashly, Sammy Garcia, Mysterious Rancher, Horse Trainers, Clones, and various Bat2 Sims. Thank you so much. It's been so annoying that my Sim might want to take a photo with the Grim Reaper or with the Flower Bunny or whoever, and they can't do so because it's not available on the list. Thank you so much for adding that, Sims team. Seriously, seriously awesome. Grafting now only uses one shoot per plant, so your inventory of shoots won't vanish faster than a gardener's afternoon tea. Enjoy your extra shoots for more gardening adventures. Purchase seeds remain available for all gardening surfaces, even when your Sim's green thumb hits level 7. Ghost and Vampire parents now call to express their disappointment when your Sim is caught cheating on university homework, even during the day. No supernatural loopholes for academic mischief. Even the most ethereal little ones can now be selected to be put to bed, ensuring child ghosts are snugly tucked in for the night. The occult Plumbob now appears for infant, toddler, and child vampires, merfolks, and spellcasters, ensuring even the youngest occult beings display their unique status. Even though child Sim vampires don't have access to their powers and can't drink plasma from Sims, at least we know that they are a vampire because the Plumbob, and that when they age up, they'll grow into their powers, which is good. Cats and dogs no longer have turn-ons or turn-offs. The Adventurous Gnome and High Rider Gnome now display halo and flame effects correctly. Sparks are flying. Sims can now enjoy intimate interactions right in the hot tub. They were glitchy before, and they've been fixed now. And Patchy the Scarecrow is now off the market for Create a Date. What? No! We can no longer create a date with Patchy. That sucks. I'm sorry. No, I disagree with that. We 100% should be able to create a date with Patchy the Scarecrow. Come on, Sims team. Put that back in. In console, when selecting the Slim for travel, the right trigger buttons will now correctly confirm your selection. Controllers can now navigate through all sections of live mode interfaces and game options. Toddlers will no longer be able to access the rewards store and will stay focused on playtime, not shopping. In build mode, the HBD double front door is now a little taller to be on par with other medium height doors. With certain doors, you can put them on like the medium wall height and then shrink the wall down to the small wall height. And there are a couple, or have been, a couple medium doors that fit on the small wall height by doing it this way. Unfortunately, they've now nixed that little hack. Gosh darn it. SimsTame, what are you doing? Anyway, the classic OG ceiling paint now has a name. Drum roll, please. It is called the Basic Matte Concrete. TVs no longer float when placed on the Bold Indulgence hallway table and the Superior Mission foyer table. For save games, this fix will move any items in these tables into the household inventory, and you'll have to replace them back on those tables. Did you know that an aloe vera plant was hiding in build mode? It now has a category so you can find it. In Create a Sim, the Reaper's Rewards buckled boots now fit better and have zips that look great from every angle. They're also available under the feminine fashion style now. The adorable Fuzzy Bear slippers from the Cozy Celebrations event are now fixed for female Sims. Enjoy cozy feet without distortion and no more duplicate pairs. A handful of missing feminine fashion choice clothes are now available for masculine frame Sims. Thank you, SimTame. Appreciate that. The missing texture on the hoodie, YM top hoodie, for female Sims has been restored. Your Sims can now rock their hoodies in style. Clipping and missing textures on the Pro Tide and Pro Shirt tops have been addressed. Going into expansion packs, we've got Get to Work. Retail workers have agreed to show up for work and open the door properly, even if the owned business is not yet owned by the player household. Want to make an out-of-this-world alien nursery? The Nanu Nanu Bassinet is now available in build mode. Mixed blue-brown short socks are now tagged as sleepwear, so they can fit in with all the other children's socks that were also sleepwear. In seasons, on holidays, Sims now get a reminder to wait or select a later time for a new event when there's already an event in place. So you can enjoy your events without worrying about double booking. In Get Famous, this is a partial fix. Fashion can be anything, but some Sims are taking it too far. Sims in the style influencer career now wear more appropriate accessories to work. This is a partial fix for the larger issue of Sims having questionable fashion choices in various situations. More to come. I appreciate the partial fix. Instead of them just sitting on it and waiting until it's completely fixed, I do appreciate the partial fix. That's very cool. They've also added missing swatches for 2 of the acting career hairstyles. Calls about a celebrity feud now come from appropriate press sources, avoiding those awkward moments with children or unexpected callers. Actor Sims now complete their auditions without any issue, ensuring gigs are marked as finished. No more dramatic exits. In Island Living, they've added 2 missing or hidden variants to the masculine-feminine version of the lifeguard swimsuit. In Discover University, they say the game was a little too excited about School Spirit Day and really wanted to make sure you knew it was happening. We've asked it to chill, so now it'll just remind you once. And Sims will no longer get stuck in an infinite loop of packing up to move out of the dorm. Nightmare averted. In Eco Lifestyle, children no longer pull out a tablet and stretch awkwardly for civic duties. They've traded in their stretch routines for playtime and homework instead. In Snowy Escape, the Komorebi Shrubbery is now available in regular build mode and no longer solely exists in the wedding venue category. And I love that they say, "We have found you a shrubbery." That is a very nice reference there. Let me know in the comments if you get that reference. Cottage Living, Agatha and Agnes Crumplebottom will no longer be able to marry into a household, sparing them from being cloned. That is horrible. We should be able to marry Agatha or Agnes Crumplebottom. Come on. Let them go to their shops autonomously during the day, or have their shops be manned by a randomly made NPC. There's workarounds. Come on. When asking for Agatha's hand in marriage, her response is now a polite yet firm decline instead of gibberish text. She's having too much fun with cousin Agnes to settle down. If you invite her to move in, she'll now kindly remind you that she's perfectly content where she is. Keep trying, but don't expect wedding bells. Gosh darn it. I hate when they take away options like that. Chicken cows and llamas no longer age up and eventually die when animal aging is disabled. Players rejoice, but Krim is sad. Set 12 of the Garden Party wainscoting wallpaper is now distinct from set 9. The child's frilly blouse with a bow no longer appears for the masculine fashion choice. Fashion emergency averted. The solid black variant of the pants the jeans boyfriend now fit better around the waist so they don't become high-waisted. In high school years, prom now shows on the calendar for teens, even if their birthday will be before prom. You can choose whether to delay their birthday for that once-in-a-lifetime prom experience. Also, the prom event will now properly appear on the calendar and teen sims can attend. Class is back in session. High school goals now show with the active career format. Students can focus on class, exams, and activities without cancellation or errors. Graduation events now appear on a graduate Sims calendar. After switching to build mode and manage worlds, they have no excuse to miss it now. Thank you, because my sim has never gone to a graduation event because they're never invited. Sims who travel no longer fail to gain followers on Social Bunny. Take a photo with on a photo booth now functions while on a date and also while not. Sims can ride together on peer attractions while on a date, and high school years hats are now in the proper hat subcategories. In Growing Together, infant milestones are no longer marked as new if a user switches to another sim and back. Sims can now plant seeds without resetting when carrying infants in the back carrier. And canceling the Make Friendship Bracelet interaction now keeps Sims steady, no more unexpected resets. In Horse Ranch, hiring a ranch hand via the community board now highlights the hire a service interaction correctly, and Horse Ranch expansion pack tooltip now correctly displays the game title on the store page. Moving to For Rent. Tenants can now pay rent after bills are delivered. Sims who live in a residential rental or own one as a landlord now have their household funds removed after they've transferred them to a business fund. Darn. No money duplication glitch there anymore. Child hairstyle blunt bang now has a previously missing swatch. Save files with 15 or more rental units on a lot are no longer missing thumbnails. The Fisherman Slats window tall now has a thumbnail that reflects its compatibility with medium and tall walls. Moldy Demise was giving Sims a funky spring in their step. Now ghosts who died from mold levitate smoothly through 90-degree stair landings. In Love Struck, the fear of being alone is causing relationships to drop drastically unless your sim was mean to the other sim. And the issue has now been resolved. Romantic satisfaction now appears properly in a sim's profile. Previously blocked romantic interactions are available, which might improve the romantic satisfaction that you can view properly. Getting a degree at university now helps the romance consultant career. Outfit changed and Create a Sim now appear in that sim's outfit menu. Sims no longer attempt to cuddle with another sim who is already asleep. The custom relationship labeling in the sim profile no longer as llamacorn icons. Thank you. The hairstyle from EV16 has been placed in the hair category, making it easier to find than ever before. That's expansion pack 16. That's the Love Struck long hair. The Love Struck stockings are now available for everyday formal and party outfits. As a create a date or hangout event ends, changing venues is quicker with events concluding and rewards given properly. When children become teens, they develop the romance skill from the ground up. Tempting Sweethearts box is no longer available on a locked computer. You have to unlock your device to enjoy these treats. The long wavy hair now contours better to the torso so Sims can have a perfect hair day. Thank you. That was really annoying. The romantic neck rose tattoo thumbnail sim no longer zooms in when selecting different swatches on console. In Life and Death, console players using a controller are now able to select genetics options after rebirth. The Make Heirloom interaction is now available for all occult Sims in the active lot. The Moon Revelry Festival no longer shows an empty interface in the upper left corner. Sims can freely enjoy moonbathing, night swims, and fire dancing without distractions. The Ghost Mastery interface now opens reliably from notifications. Ghosts can be selected for the Ask to be introduced to Social for Infants. They smoothed out the end of Possess and Transcendent Woohoo. Summoning Lady Raven Dancer Goth via her Terra deck no longer creates a new Raven Dancer Goth each time. There is only one. There can only be one. The Moment of Death and Rebirth menus now resize appropriately with the game. Planning a funeral at a crypt no longer results in duplicate urns in the Sims inventory. When all of your household Sims go home to Ravenwood from a festival or another neighborhood, the camera now goes home with them, which is very good. The goals in the I Want to Get Busy category now display correctly. The ghost toggle buttons in Create a Sim no longer flicker when hovering near the edge of the ghost icon. Ghost abilities to repair and clean are now more performant, and Sims viewing an heirloom to remember departed Sims is now more performant. In other words, they will actually do little animations to show that they're doing the thing. So in businesses and hobbies, the cute tuck-in top has received masculine and feminine fashion choices tagging. Deleting wall or items on the ground floor of a home business no longer causes the game to become unresponsive. The Nordhaven vendor stalls and craft stalls are now correctly categorized in build by mode. They are now sorted under outdoor activities and miscellaneous, reflecting their everyday use. Game packs. Vampires will no longer lose their fangs in live mode if their dark form was selected and create a sim. Both ghosts and vampires can now hit the gym during the day and see mega gains. They fixed a variety of issues where vampires without sun resistance perks weren't fully living their life during the day. And vampires may not show up in mirrors, but vampire teens now are available when selecting a sim for slow dance together on Asteria, because vampires should be able to dance with their romantic interests as well. In Parenthood, the modern face value fridge is now available in teal to better match the other teal kitchen appliances. In Strangerville, the description now spells everything correctly. In Realm of Magic, the Night Wraith now spawns for spellcasters with Curse of the Night Wraith, and alien eyebrows are no longer available for child spellcasters. I'd rather have the alien eyebrows available for everyone, please. In Dream Home Decorator, the shorts are now appearing, the long shorts are now appearing in the hot weather category, and the Interior Decorator Career Kit now displays in Create a Sim correctly, showing the kilt instead of underwear. In My Wedding Stories, the dashing leather shoes are now free from distortion. In Werewolves, the cute toddler Wolfie onesie no longer appears in the hot weather category. The patched punk-styled look now puts on proper pants. They've removed a few piercings, necklaces, and socks that didn't fit the beast form properly. Choosing a werewolf head shape no longer resets the muzzle length. We're nearly done. Kits. In Poolside Splash, poolside sandals can now be found under the shoes subcategory in Create a Sim. In Riviera Retreat, the On a Silver Platter drink tray is now in the kitchen appliance category in build mode. In Cozy Bistro, a number of items are now in more logical categories. In Sweet Slumber Party, the appropriate shoes now appear for the masculine fashion choice filter. In Sweet Sanctuary, the red dress with the slit now fits larger Sims better for more dazzle and riz. The Arcane Aroma tea tray is now in the kitchen appliance category. And in Business Chic, the sleek chic watch, try saying that 3 times fast, now appears for the masculine fashion choice filter. That was a lot of bug fixes. I'm not happy about some of them. I wish they had kept some of the fixes in, but let me know what you think. And if this video was helpful, please hit the subscribe button. And as always, thank you to all of my paid members here on the channel who help make videos like this possible. If you want to join them, click the plus button next to the subscribe button, then click the join button and choose which tier. You can become a member from as little as 99 cents per month. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.